Okay, YouTube, welcome to my channel. We have some mail. First, we're going to go with some older mail. We received last week. It is a remachinable soft MT2. So the problem is how to hold that while I'm machining it. I got an MT2 tailstock and an MT3 spindle. So hopefully this is going to be a solution. It is an MP3 to MP2 center sleeve. Says use superior steel, Surly heat process, 100% inspecting. Now, there it is, MP3 to MP2. Now this, on centers, was less than a quarter of a thousandth of being completely true. So as long as we can get those kind of results from the sleeve, we should be able to machine an accurate part. It all feels real good. It all looks real good. Z-Live Center MT3 to 2. So let's get that oil off of there. I've already cleaned my spindle. Tell you what, I'm going to clean this up and bring it back. Okay, I think I figured it out. So, let me put this up here to catch that when it falls, if it falls. Okay. That seemed to have done the trick. So, I guess in review, we have the MT2 to 3, 3 to 2, we'll come back when I figure out what I'm going to do with that. I have 2 of them. So. Okay, I think I've decided on a number 3 center drill. I have one here that is a dual ring seat. I believe maybe that means you can drive something in from outside and grab that ring. But I don't know what a ring seat is. I also have another one that is it's a number 3 with a center drill, and the other end has a drill spotter. So, kind of thinking about that. So, drilling holes, I'm trying to figure out what is just under a quarter. And I got my letter drills out, and mine, of course, the number drills aren't going to go that big. So I just ended up with a good quality 1/4 inch bit, and I put a reamer through it. No, I have a 1/4 inch dowel, and it wants to go I believe it would be a good press fit. So if I stay with that formula of my formula here, starting off with a U, I think it is. It couldn't be a U. A B. Starting off with the B drill, going to a 1/4, going to the reamer, and then testing with the 1/4 inch dowel. So I think if I need more, maybe just try running the reamer through a second time. I have an adjustable reamer. That would be an option also. Okay, just kind of, I don't want to screw up my $14 investment. Of course, the 3 to 2 sleeve costs about $30, so there's that also. Alright. Okay, here's the 1/4 inch. I'm going to try to just take this straight in and straight out. There's my 1 inch. Okay, I guess we'll leave this thing running and we will put in the reamer. And this is the reamer number 1. In my practice holes, I would ream with this one first. It's marked a 1/4 inch, and my dowel would not quite go in, and I grabbed a different reamer, and it grabbed just a little bit more material with the first one that this one didn't. My understanding, this is not a real fast operation here. No, I need to clear that. That's just making my hole bigger. Clogging up again. There's probably plenty of oil in there. You only need about 1/8 of an inch more, I think. Okay, we will now check that with the dowel pin, which we know to be 1/4 inch. I love this new air nozzle. Okay, let me find my dowel pin. Let's see how that, okay, there we go. Okay, we have a good hole. Let's see how the do-all does in there. Blow that out a little bit better. Very good fit. There's no wiggle in that at all. So I want to chamfer that. Do I want to do that by hand, or do I want to bring a tool in? I say we just do it by hand, since I have my go. So I have my new file handle reaming tool. Try to hold it square. Need to epoxy these in, these bits. Okay, one thing, this is the first time I put this in my tailstock, and what I kind of like is it takes a lot of length out of the equation. So, of course, we all know with the mini lathe you need to make everything as short as possible. So, depending on how these things cut, I got a do-all number 3 ring seat center drill. And now I have I'm not sure what the maker is. It's USA. It's a number 3. Looks like it might be. It's in a diamond. Let me get the optimizers on here. Okay, it's an and sign in the middle of the diamond. I believe it's brown and sharp. Now, whether this was probably custom made. It has a nice chisel point on it. So that would be a spotting drill, and then that would be the center drill. And I could put a flat on here and have a set screw here. I could use this for spotting or center. So, depending on how these two perform as far as sharpness, it will probably help make that decision. Okay, here's the 1/4 inch. I'm going to try to just take this straight in and straight out. Okay, I guess we'll leave this thing running and we will put in the reamer. And this is the reamer number 1. In my practice holes, I would ream with this one first. It's marked 1/4 inch. And my dowel would not quite go in. And I grabbed a different reamer and it grabbed just a little bit more material with the first one that this one didn't. My understanding, this is not a real fast operation here. I need to clear that. That's just making my hole bigger. It's clogging up again. Probably plenty of oil in there. You only need about 1/8 of an inch more, I think. Okay, we will now check that with the dowel pin, which we know to be 1/4 inch. I love this new air nozzle. Okay, let me find my dowel pin. Let's see how that. Okay, there we go. Okay, we have a good hole. Let's see how the do-all does in there. Blow that out a little bit better. Very good fit. There's no wiggle in that at all. So I want to chamfer that. Do I want to do that by hand, or do I want to bring a tool in? I say we just do it by hand, since I have my go. So I have my new file handle reaming tool. Try to hold it square. Need to epoxy these in, these bits in. Let's see if that cleans up all right. I might want a deeper. Countersink than that. No, that's fine. It looks relatively even all the way around. Now, let me try the center point, combination center point and spotting drill. That is perfect, man. And that's a brown and sharp. Okay, now we're going to have to probably, I'm not sure if I want to use my tool post drill on this or just bring it over to the drill press and put it in a V-block. Let me think about that. Okay, I need to find the center. I need to find the center on this round in my crude little shop. No, this is something I learned from Rustinox. It wasn't, the concept is the same, so. I should be able to and I did scratch. I'm just assuming you can see that. So next will be I will put this under the drill press. I will put a pointer on there and just nick it with my pointer, and then center drill it, tap it. You know the rest. Okay, first we have our spotting drill. I'm just going to go right to number 8. And you know what? Some books say 8 and some books say 7. So we're just going to take a number 7 in there. I kind of like to watch where the drill goes when I set it in that hole. So it's moving out. So I need to bring the work into me a little bit. Still forcing itself out that way. So it's still good reason to clamp things down. Okay, I'm going to vacuum here. You don't want to hear this. Okay, this might be a little unorthodox. But it is what it is. And this time, I'm going to use oil. This is a 4-flute. You can hear that tearing when we break that chip on back. I have this centered up on the ring seats, so hopefully I'll be able to poke into that. If not, I will put a flat on there somehow. And let's go again. Okay, I'll finish up with a bottoming tap just to be sure I get threads all the way down to the bottom, of course. Tap wrench is it a Craftsman? Yeah, it's Craftsman. Okay. A bore light here. It must be yep, I'm getting some chips inside there, so I have the two reamers, one of them which is slightly larger than the other one. They're both 1/4 inch. Okay, I'm very happy with the results that I got. The MT2 piece, you know, it could have been out 4 or 5 thousandths right out of the box. It was less than 1/4 of a thousandth. I don't have anything to measure that with. I mean, it was very, very slight. As well as the sleeve. The sleeve came out well. I did end up with being out about 2 thousandths at the shank of the center drill. But I went ahead and mounted my chuck up to the spindle and I essentially had the same run out with the chuck. So I've been out 2000s all along. So I still have one more blank. I'll be thinking about what I want to do with that. And in the meantime, thank you for watching. Please help grow this channel. Have a good one.